Hello there, this is Dave Allen. I'm Good and Geeky, and I'm going to go through some of the things you need to do to set up for recording for your choir. I'm a part of a choir and we're doing something with La Vida Loca, and we need to get a few things set up to make sure it's going to work out just right. So first of all, let's move on to the first slide here, and the best thing to do is to choose where you're going to do your recording. Choose somewhere where there's some soft furnishing. Don't use big rooms with high ceilings. A living room is good because you've got the sofa in there and other soft furnishing, so it's going to be a little bit better for doing your recording. A bedroom with that sort of furnishing there as well is also going to be okay. In an office, you're going to find that there's a lot of hard surfaces and it's not going to work out so well. It'll work out a little bit better if you use proper microphone technique and you've got the microphone nice and close to your voice, but maybe you can make it a little better in the office by perhaps putting a towel on your desk, maybe by sort of hanging a bit of cloth from some of the walls or something like that, just to stop some of the hard surfaces bouncing back some of the sounds. Well, there are a couple of different ways of doing this. I'm using my Mac. I've got a good microphone, so I can use just one device. It means that I can plug in a microphone using USB, and I've also got the 3.5 socket on the computer that I can plug in to get the headphones, so that I can also listen to myself and not have the sound from speakers getting onto the microphone and getting onto the recorded track. Okay. So that's one way of doing it. If you've got a decent microphone that you can plug into your computer, that's a good thing to do. Most people are not going to have microphones, so what you're going to have to do instead is you're going to have to get your phone. That could be an iPhone, it could be an Android phone, and made for recording sound, aren't they? They have decent microphones on them. The microphone on the iPhone is particularly good. You could also use an iPhone with a set of these earbuds, because these have a microphone on. This microphone's not bad. Just don't have the sound from the recording too loud if you're using just one device. So you could actually see you do it the other way around, where you're using the iPad for the recording and then playing the sound on your phone. Whichever way works out the best with setting up your headphones for your listening and your device that you're going to use for doing the recording. Okay, so that's up to you. Headphones, they are essential. You've got to have some headphones so that you can listen to it without having the sound going from the headphones into the microphone. Now then, moving on, microphone recording technique. If I hold my microphone out there and start talking, it's not going to work very well. I'm too far away from the microphone. If you put this phone onto your desk and then you expect it to be able to record your sound too well, it's not going to work out either. Okay. What you want to do when you're using the microphone is to have the microphone close to your mouth. Your mouth is a sound source. You want to be able to have it so that you get the best possible sound from it. And also, don't talk directly into it like that, or the same way as I'm not talking directly into this microphone, because you've got air coming out of your mouth, and if that air goes directly into the microphone, it's going to give you some plosive sounds, and that's particularly the case when we're using it with La Vida Loca, when we're doing a sound with p. So we've got pa, 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 pa. So you don't want that force of air going directly onto the microphone, because it's going to spoil the recording. Okay. I've got a pop filter on this one here, so it would be a little bit better. So that's the microphone just sort of naked, as it were, and the pop filter will stop some of the plosive, but it's still better to talk across the top of it rather than directly into it. Okay. And as I said, the same with your phone. Now let me just show you this here as well. This is a recording that I did on my iPhone using an application called Twisted Wave. And this first part of it over here, the microphone is too far away. We've got, I put a red box around it. I'm using the same volume when I'm doing both parts of this recording, but on the first one, the microphone is about half a metre away. And then with the second part of it, where I've got the green section there, that is with the microphone, as I said, with it close to the mouth, close to the recording source. Okay, so that's getting set up. And now let's have a look at actually doing it with Garageband. Okay, so this is how to set up your Garageband. So at the top here, we've got that backing track. That's what we're going to use to listen to, so we know where we have to come in. It gives us an idea where we're supposed to be singing, gives us our time in. And then underneath, I've got the Mary singing the sopranos bit. I've got it on there, but I don't actually want to use it. I've actually turned it off. So that's with it turned on and that's with it turned off. And then underneath here I've got Mary singing the track that is with the parts for the tenors, for the men as it were, okay? And there's the start of the track, and what we need to do now is we need to do a track that we're going to record on. So I'm going to do a right click on there and click on new audio track, or I could do Command Option and A. So let's put our new audio track in there. So let's put this to the start of the music there, and when I'm ready to go with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the record button, and then I'm going to watch the screen for the music moving through this timeline window here, and then hopefully I'm going to be able to come in on the right point for the first part of the singing. So let's get started with that then. Doing a countdown now. Ba 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 ba. Well, as you can see from that, I came in just a little bit too soon there. But it doesn't matter too much if I got the rest of it right, because what the person who's putting this together can do is to move this track along a little bit so that it fits in better. So I could put it so that it's there, for instance. And so long as I got the rest of the timings correct, it's going to work. But as you can see, I didn't get it right there either. So this is something you're going to have to practice with. And you might have to try it a few times to be able to get your audio just in the right places there. But that's no bother. It's a bit of a good experience to be able to do this recording. Helps you get the notes right. It helps you get the timings right. And as I say, if you do a bit of practice there, you will get it right after maybe 2 or 3 goes. Okay, so don't expect to get it right first time, but it will come if you give it a bit more practice. Let's give it one more go with this here. I'm going to put it back to the start again. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the record, and we're going to go for it once more. Ba 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 ba. Oh 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 oh. Well, that's quite enough. You've heard enough of my singing there. As you can see on that one there, I was doing okay with that second part there. I was getting more or less the right starting point. And as I say, I probably would want to try it a little bit more to make sure I get it exactly right. And I did get the start in there, the start point, pretty well. So anyway, have some fun doing this recording there. And if you've got any questions about how you need to set things up, just ask me and I'll be happy to help you. I think the on the iPad or on the iPhone you can get working with the Garageband, so that's a good way of doing it. If you're using an Android device, there's an application called Audio Revolution. There are other applications that you can use. Thing to do is to have a look in the Play Store for Android and look for audio recording. And on the iPhone there is also a number of free applications you use, like Music Memos. That's one that you can use. And they all work pretty much the same. Music Memos is okay because you do get to see a view of the waveform, so you can see whether you're loud enough and so on. And if you're using the microphone on the phone like this, then you should be okay. So have some fun recording your track for your choir. Bye bye now.